Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Brienne, and yeah, welcome to my channel. Yesterday was Disney, so it's a really big day. I did edit my day 1 through 3 vlogs, although, I mean, you'll have seen what it looks like. Today might be by itself for day 4. Today's December 4th. It is currently 11:03 in the morning. I've been awake since 8:30, but kind of just wanted to get some things squared away. My son and my husband are out for a chunk of the day. Really grateful for my husband because it's kind of been like, whatever you want to do today, like we can either, be together or just leave you be. I really had no plans today, and I guess I should really explain why I'm talking like this today, and also like content warning, I guess. I'm going to be talking about the death of a loved one, more specifically the death of my father. If that's not something you're interested, I totally understand. I'm going to go ahead and try to put a timestamp in on the screen of where you just want to skip through of me either cleaning or just other stuff from today. Today is the 12th anniversary of my father's death. And it's crazy because it is always like, I feel like the anniversary always sneaks up on me, like his birthday is always something that's gonna be his birthday, like that's the only thing that's his. But yet his death just came around so many different other birthdays and holidays, and it just feels so like, it just feels like it comes not as a surprise. I don't even know how to describe it. It just feels, like it just sneaks up on you. For me, most of my life I've been in school, and well, not most of my life. I was in school for like 5 years undergrad, so maybe like 8 years of my life I've been in school. So his anniversary usually ended up around finals. Actually, when he first died, or not when he first died, there's no multiple deaths. When he died, I remember exactly what I was doing when I got the call. I was studying for finals, and I finally took a break to shower. This is my first coffee of the day, by the way. It's a cold brew. But anyway, and I was studying so hard. For some reason, I brought my study notes in with me. Did I have them in the shower? No, they were like on the sink, so that when I came out, I could just like keep reading my notes. But yeah, it's been a long 12 years, to say the least. I have been in and out of therapy in those 12 years. Most recently been consistently going for a lot of my anxiety did stem around that, and kind of finding a new normal. And when he died initially, my father's side and we tried to go to like a group therapy at a church, and I don't think any of us were ready to share my dad or our grief like that yet with anyone who wasn't us. You know what I mean? Like, it's just weird. And like, I feel if you have lost somebody, and when you're aware of their dynamic with other people, when well-intentioned people are being like, oh, like I'm sure X, Y, and Z, like just trying to it feels like they're trying to make me feel better, and part of me is like, I just want to talk, and I don't want the well-meaning like affirmations, especially at that time. I remember I just turned 18 like that year, so I was very it was a lot, and being my father's only kid, I only had, like, I had my family to grieve with, but it's a different dynamic being a daughter versus my grandpa lost his son. My dad was only in his 30s. He was 36. I turned 30 this year, and I am thinking of if I would be okay with only 6 more years, and that just seems like too short of a life for me. And yeah, he had a short but well-lived life. If I can, I'd like to just talk about him, but again, I understand if it's like something that's not your cup of tea, that's fine. I think I'm finally just ready to actually share like parts of him with other people. He was my best friend, like I'm not gonna like sugarcoat it and be like he was perfect. He was still human, like we definitely had our disagreements and our issues, but like at the end of the day, he was present. He listened to me. Like I'm trying to think of something, but like I don't know, I just kind of always felt, I try to separate certain memories, but it kind of is just always like his hand and his presence is just kind of there. In like the last 4 years of his life, especially, like once I got into high school, we just had like such a deeper and like better relationship that it feels like it really changed like the trajectory of my life in like such a positive and meaningful way. And he was such a dork. He worked with computers. He used to build his computer a lot. And I think like recently when I started to feel like I was okay with sharing him now is when I kind of just started to realize like the impact that he had outside of me, like we have a few family members that are also in tech, and I remember my dad specifically telling me like, oh, he was going to go over to help them because they wanted to learn how to do X, Y, and Z, and with their computers, or learning how to build computers, or learning about software. And now those people, I'd like to think my dad influenced them in that positive way, and that's their work now. And I think I didn't really realize that until I was telling my husband, like at my grandpa's birthday party the year prior, I was like, oh yeah, this person. And I was like, oh, like I just remembered for some reason at that moment, like, yeah, I remember my dad saying like he was going over their house, he was gonna teach them a few things, or, whatever. So now those people are in tech, and I was like, how cool is it that obviously it's not just my world that he changed, it was all these other people whose lives he touched, and like, just kind of knowing that gap is always there for those people too. And knowing that he like made people smile and lives better because he was in it, but I'm trying to think of anything else that I'm like when I was talking, I like all I could think of was like his little sayings. Like when I was in high school and middle school, I had I don't know if any of you guys have had this before, but I used to have such a huge, like, it felt like every other week I was having an existential crisis of like, what I was supposed to do in this world, and I was like putting so much pressure on myself of like needing to know what my life's purpose was at like 15. And it's just like when I think back on it, like I think it's silly, but like he would still sit there with me, anxiety attack and everything, and just kind of let me write it out. And he would try to talk through it with me, but I'd kind of just be like, I don't need you to talk, I just need you to listen. And he would, and he would kind of just, because I'd be like, I need to change the world, I need to be like a world shaker, whatever, like dumb stuff like that. And he was like, why does it need to be the whole world? Why can't it just be somebody's world? Like, if you can just impact someone's life in a small and meaningful way, then I think that's your life's purpose, is just to help people like just change their life for the better. And he was like, and you've already completed that, because he was like, you know, it's very like, I feel like very corny dad stuff, but he was like, you changed my life, you know, when you were born. And he's like, definitely for the better. He's like, and it was kind of corny, but it's also like pretty true now that I'm a parent too. I'm like, oh, I could see what he means. And then also, like, I just started, like, this isn't all sad, but I don't know, I just felt like sharing that today. Like, I hope that's okay with you guys. And if not, this is already out to like a bunch of people in the internet, so you guys are gonna know that now. But I know, like, I was playing some games. Like, I'm not really, like, I have not been a mobile gamer. I have not even really been a gamer until recently. I downloaded a game. It's because that's my water thing. I'm so sorry. I didn't think it was going to be going off like that. Anyway, it'll just be fun to like edit out later. Anyway, I was playing, I think I downloaded it on a whim, because I think Oink Pigments or somebody else posted about this game called Adorable Garden. It's like pretty mindless, and she said her therapist recommended it to like help her when she's overstimulated and like blah blah blah. And I was like, hey, that happens to me sometimes, so like that could be fun. No, like I'm invested now in this game. But there's just so many dang ads. Like, you can pay for it, like, to not get the ads, but I'm like, I refuse to pay for a phone game. Like, I started playing this mystery game on my phone too, and like, it is so stupid. You literally run out of energy doing like 2 hidden item thingies, and I'm like, how? And literally with like 13, 14 hours of not playing the game, you're not even at like full energy capacity. You know, you're like at 170, and within like 10 minutes of gameplay, like you're done. So that is so stupid. And you can pay for it. There's no ad feature on that one. Like, okay, whatever. It's a really good game. But also, I just, every time I watch an ad, I just think about my dad, because my dad, when we would watch TV during commercials, he would mute the commercials, which I think is funny because my husband also now. Not like he didn't do it before, like he didn't do it because I told him. He just does it. Like, he mutes ads or like commercials, or like when podcasts have ad reads, he just mutes it because he doesn't want to hear it. But it was just funny because I remember my dad, every time a commercial would come on, he'd mute it, or he'd like skip over if it was like, I don't know, like a pre-recorded thing. And he would just say, well, I'm not going to buy from that company anymore because they're putting their stupid ads all over like our shows. And it's just, I don't know. It's like one of those things that's like so silly, and it feels very dad coded to be like, well, I'm not going to buy from Glad anymore because they're over here putting commercials about how strong, or is it Glad or Hefty? I think it's both, like one or the other. They're over here putting commercials about how strong their trash bags are. I know. I thought that's silly. But yeah, he was a great guy, I think, overall. He was very silly. He was a very huge dork, for sure. For sure. I mean, he worked in tech. He looked like a guy that worked in tech too. But he was also very introverted, and he's just so funny. He really thought not something was wrong with him, but he was always kind of like trying to figure out why, and like why he was the way he was. And for a while he thought he was like on the spectrum, and I was like, I don't think so. And like also like the words introvert, extroverts, ambiverts like weren't really popular then. And I was like, I think you're just introverted. Like now when I'm like learning all that, I was like, I think he's just introverted. Like rip Pappy, you would have loved the Myers-Briggs test. Like we would have had so much fun answering that together. But yeah, he thought he was on the spectrum, like a high functioning, like on the higher functioning scale. But I was like, I think, and like I recently like with the professional I do have ADHD, and like learning that usually gets passed through with the father. And I was like, you know what, that just might be it. like you might have just been introverted and also have had ADHD. Because yeah, my mom has no issues with her focus, so I'm like, I think, or like hyperfixating or anything like that. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure like he just was introverted and may have had ADHD. And then I promise this is gonna go with like what I'm saying, but I think I mentioned it. I do kickboxing now, like occasionally, pretty consistently. Occasionally, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but like sometimes I skip because I have something going on. But I like doing kickboxing, and I think about my dad too with that, because we would watch boxing together, a lot of boxing matches. It feels like, honestly, watching boxing matches really hasn't been the same for me. Sometimes I'll watch with my grandpa, or like we go over someone's house, but like it hasn't really been that often recently. And sorry guys, I keep like, and the light's like literally right on top of me. I need my hair as like a curtain. Anyway, my dad and I would watch boxing a lot. And when I was little, he tried to teach me how to box, which, because I really liked it and I was like really into it and wanted to. But I remember he's teaching me how to jab, and he didn't have like the pads, which I think would have been like age appropriate. But I can't even remember how old I was. I just remember being like small, and like we were like trying to jab, and he's like, you have to keep your hands up, otherwise you're gonna get hit, right? Until like somehow I got hit in the nose. It wasn't like hard, but it was enough where I was like, ouch, I can't believe you hit me, as we're like practicing boxing. And I'm like, why did you do that? But now, like, every time I go to kickboxing, I think of my dad, and I'm like, oh, like, I hope, you can see me doing this now. And it's not like, with this specific gym, it's not kickboxing like with actual bags. It's called like air punching, and there's like techniques from like another gym technique. My husband calls it's basically Taibo, but it's not. It's more intense than that. My heart rate goes up significantly when we do it. It's cardio, basically cardio kickboxing. But when I like still, like I'm still punching the air, doing some cross punches and what do they call them? Not hooks. She calls them something else. Is it a hook? Yeah. I punched I punched the air. But anyway, so like usually in every class I am thinking about him, but I don't know what it is. Like I know I've seen people who say like in yoga or stuff, like they get like a really nice, like intense emotional release. But the last time I did kickboxing, like I don't know, like I wasn't thinking about anything in particular that was different than what I usually think towards the end of classes. But, and the cool down, I was definitely like, I started getting really teary-eyed, and it felt like a really nice emotional release. I've only ever experienced that once, and that was earlier this year in yoga. And I think it was when we were working like out our hips, and it felt like, but it was more like I was thinking about something and I was kind of just bringing myself to like a resolution, and like felt really good about that. And this time I don't know what it was. I just like, we were literally just stretching. We were like doing one of these, and I just like, my eyes started watering, and I was like, I need to like pull it together because I don't want the instructor to think like I got hurt and that's why I'm crying. Because like obviously she's wanting to make sure everyone's doing okay. Like it's really like intense cardio, and want to make sure no one's like passing out or anything. So I'm like, I gotta keep myself together for this. But it was like a really nice release. And as the years have gone by, like I feel like definitely time doesn't heal all wounds, but it gets easier to manage, I guess. But I've also been in therapy, so like that I think it helps a lot. Sorry guys, I have like allergies too, so that's why I keep like sniffling. Post nasal drip sucks. Anyway, so I feel like before every time the anniversary would come by, I would start falling apart. And now it feels bittersweet. And I'm grateful for how far I've come in growing, and knowing that grief will never officially be gone, you know, like it will never fully go away, and that's okay. And like not treating my grief as the enemy. But my therapist would say grief is just love with nowhere to go. Because like I love my dad so much, but because he's not here and I can't express that towards him, it's anxiety provoking. It definitely tears at your soul that you can't be with that person anymore. And in that group therapy session too, I think they were just saying of like calling it like a new normal, and like feeling like you're learning how to walk differently without a limb or whatever. And that definitely is how it feels. But I also think it's like there's no adequate way to describe grief, you know. It's just, I don't know, for me I felt like such a huge ache in my soul. And I've met other people who have lost their parents too, and it kind of seems like that's similar. And like I'm not here to be like, I don't know, preach at you. I'm just more like a, you know, like it won't pass, you know, like your grief will always be there, but like just, and you know, there's someone else too, like I met a couple of people who've lost their mothers, and I remember when I posted about my dad's birthday, they were like, hey, we saw it was your angel's day. And I was like, that's so sweet to call them like your angel. I haven't really like thought about that. And I was like, yeah, it's like my little angel, like following me around and like helping me and guiding me through things and what have you. So I'm very grateful that I've had my time to grieve. I'm grateful that I've been able to go to therapy to discuss my grief, and you know, having my family around who are able to grieve with me, and like the people that kind of helped keep me together during that time. Or even my friend who, like, literally a day after my dad died, I went back to school. I don't think any of us knew what to do. And I went back to school and she just picked me up and took me to a Starbucks nearby, and I was literally just sobbing in a Starbucks. It was like the tiniest Starbucks I've ever been to. So like the baristas definitely saw me crying, but I didn't care. So it's like, I'm very grateful for all the people who have been there along the way with me, and my half siblings. They still have been there with me and for me, and I'm grateful for everybody. My mom, my husband, my stepdad, my uncle, my aunts, like everyone who's just been there along the way, helping me with my grief, and whatever that looked like. If that meant leaving the university I was at the time and going to community college, and which is where I met my husband, and then transferring to a completely different school, not going back to my old school. And then it just, you know, there's just so many things that definitely affect that. And I think that's kind of like also where I'm realizing and coming to too is when I went to my tattoo session, which I find very therapeutic when I'm on the chair too. I was talking to the tattoo artist, shout out, love her, she's amazing. And I was just telling her like how I'm a writer, and she's like, oh, like, have you published anything? And I was like, no, I feel like it's been a long journey for me coming here. I, you know, would write like short stories and poems since I was in like 4th or 5th grade is when I remember like the earliest. And then middle school, I think it kind of like petered out a little bit. And then high school, I was like really throwing myself into like poem writing, and I just really loved it. And I knew, like, I think senior year in my AP class, I knew that, like, I felt that fire inside of me of like, I want to create worlds and tell stories, and like, this is what I want to do. Like, this is what purpose feels like, right? And then my dad died, and he at that time was like, hey, I'm gonna help you be the best writer in the whole world if that's what you want to be. Like, I'll be there every step of the way. I'll learn what I have to learn. And it was nice. And he wasn't there anymore, and the grief really overshadowed any creativity I had at that time. So at that time, my outlet was going to dance classes and performing, and it felt good. And I was still trucking along being an English major, but it just wasn't the same. And postpartum, I joined a book club, and it was a lot of romantasy and romance. But I just remember, and it was so funny, I was just reading Avatar. I was reading A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I was like, I love Sarah J. Maas's twists and turns, and like Throne of Glass is my favorite series. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I love this writing, and like, this is what I wanted to do from the beginning. And just coming back to that, and knowing that my dad also would have supported this. And I'm in the 2nd round of edits for my book right now, and I'm really excited about that. And like I said, I've come so far from where I felt like my dream had died with my dad. I am now dreaming again, and it feels good. And it, not only that, but it feels perspective, life, whatever you want to call it, has given me that real thought of, or credence to the thought of, it's never too late. So I'm really grateful for that. But I should probably stop because it's been 30 minutes and I'm gonna get cut off. So I'm gonna stop right here real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna be done with that chat. But like, I'm just saying, like, if you're going through that grief right now, like, my heart is with you. Like, I know it's awful, it's hard. And I don't want to say, but just know that one day you will look back and be like, wow, I've come so far. And also, you know, giving yourself space and grace to love and grieve whatever way you need to, but also my butt is only going to be for like, don't lash out on people in your grief. It's really hard not to. I learned in therapy recently that anger is just a secondary emotion to sadness or grief. So I know lashing out is pretty easy when it comes to your grief, rather than sitting with that uncomfortable feeling of just sadness. But I don't know, dude, I'm like all in favor for like having a good cry. It's like in Bluey, we say you have a cry, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, the show must go on. Like, it's fine if you sit down and cry for like a night, you rot for a little bit, but like just know that it's gonna, like, your angel is looking out for you still, and they love you and you love them, and that's why it hurts so much. And that's, love is not a bad thing, you know. So I hope all that was like made sense and was okay. I just felt like sharing a little bit of my dad and myself, because I think he was a good guy. Like, he wasn't always amazing. We definitely had our disagreements, and now looking back, I think it was his ADHD that we both didn't know we both had, and it was just like one was warring with the other of how we went about things. But at the end of the day, I love my dad. I miss him to bits, miss him to pieces, but I'm also glad how far I've come. I'm proud of myself for that, and I hope one day you are too. Give yourself some space during the holidays too. It's really hard. There's been a couple times where, like, at my grandpa's for Thanksgiving, we'll like actually leave a setting open for him, and it's nice, like, symbolically, and you know, like, for the people still here. So if that's something you want to do, or like, tell me things that you guys do to remember your loved ones. We just got a shelf, like a floating shelf, and I have a picture of me and my dad up there, and then my husband has his grandparents up there as well. And we just lost our cat in April, so I printed out some pictures, and I'm probably going to put them up there too. But like, do you guys do anything special? On my dad's birthday, we go to the cemetery with my dad's side of the family, and we celebrate his birthday. And usually today we would go down too, but it's just been like, I just kind of wanted to stay home and do my thing here. But I think last time we kind of wrote like little notes of like just love and affection towards my dad. So yeah, if you guys do anything like special in remembrance or memory of the people you've lost, like, let me know. Like, I've been thinking about other ways to like implement, like, I guess, like memory and grieving and all that into different practices, I guess. There's not much I can do like to like enjoy things he enjoyed, because listen, love the man to bits, but he liked eggnog. I'm not a huge fan of eggnog, like, at all. He liked this one drink called Malta India, which is like a malt soda. However, for me, growing up, drinking that, it tasted like bean soda, and bean soda is not for me. That is not. If you like Malta India, that's fine for you, okay? I'm glad you found something you like. Malta India for me I don't like it. It's not for me. But anytime I eat Puerto Rican food, like, I just think about my dad too. We did have some travels together. We went to New York together. He's from Puerto Rico, so we'd go to Puerto Rico a couple times. I think we only went together once, actually. Yeah, I think we only went together once. We went to Florida. We went to Walt Disney World. We went to Epcot together. I think I was 16 when we went to Florida, though. So it's been a while when we went to Universal. And then we went to Europe together. We went to Italy specifically, and we went, like, when I graduated high school, we went to Italy. So that was nice. That was like our last trip together. But that was really nice to be able to have those experiences together. Yeah, but just let me know, like, what do you guys do? Do you like write to the person to be like, hey, I miss you? Or I don't know, like I used to do that in journals. I felt like it was really weird to just, I don't know why I felt weird just journaling. So I felt like I had to come up with like some random person who would be reading these, but like nobody was reading it. Well, my sister, but not anybody else. But yeah, so just, yeah, let me know. As far as today goes, I have put a dinner in a crock pot. So I actually got a chuck roast cut. I've never done one before, so I'm really nervous and I hope it comes out good. But I have that on the crock pot right now. I also have a few things. So I'm in school right now to get a certificate for copy editing. I also really like editing. I think now learning a little bit more in my copy editing classes, I want to be a developmental editor. I love the idea of being able to help people shape their stories into something really dynamic too. So I really want to get into that. I don't know if I'll be able to anytime soon, but that's cool. Like, I got the determination. We can just keep trying and trying and trying and trying. So I'm going to school for that, and we have our final is due by the end of the week. So I'm gonna have to take a look at that and see how long that's gonna take, where I need to fit that in. Discussions too, those also count. And I think next week is our last week for the quarter, so I need to like kind of do that. I'm going to the gym later on today, and yeah, then hopefully my my husband and my baby will be back. But yeah, I'm gonna be cleaning. I forgot that for that chuck roast, I seared it and I forgot that I had turned on the stove. So like, and I hadn't had, like I said, this is my first coffee of the day. This is my cold brew with creamer. I forgot, and I have not had any caffeine up until that point. So I went to go remove the grill part, the metal part of the stove so I can clean that. And I realized that it was still hot. So like these fingers, thankfully it doesn't seem like it lasting damage, but it was spicy there. So now it should be cool since I've been yapping for like 40 minutes. That's why I'm thinking about having this like its own thing, because I'm yapping. But yeah, I'll just be cleaning, so you're probably gonna get mostly a cleaning vlog. And then yeah, like I said, I gotta go take a look at that. I'm gonna upload my day 1 to 3. It's currently exporting to not to YouTube yet, so it's probably not gonna be out till like 5. If I'm being honest, it takes a while, especially because that one was like an hour. I'm trying to think of anything else I have to do today. I'm probably gonna make like a sweet potato casserole thing. My mom made one for Thanksgiving, and my son's been like obsessed and wanting marshmallows. So I'm like, okay, if we're gonna have marshmallows, like at least I should have some sweet potatoes with them. So I already pre-made like the sweet potato part. I just need to do like the top. But that'll be later, especially because the dinner is like on the crock pot. So I also added carrots to that. I don't have potatoes, which I know is like the usual side, but it is what it is. We can have like other veggies with that, like for me and my husband. I'm trying to think of anything else. I think that's it. I'm gonna open the Advent later. I think I'm gonna get out a like Christmassy candle for the vibes in here. Yeah, that's it. All right, see you guys around. I'm like, sorry, it's because after Disney I felt like my hair got really frizzy in the cold. So I was like just kind of trying to run my fingers through my hair and like get some of that those nuts out. Anywho, yeah, that's it. I don't know. I like, depending on like the school stuff, I do think I want to take advantage of the fact that my child is not here and like wrap up some gifts, but I don't know. I need to like take it a little bit at a time because I said that on day 1 and I did not wrap any presents. So it'd be like that. Okay, I need to stop. Otherwise I'll just keep like yammering on about like nothing, but okay. Bye guys. Enjoy me cleaning, I guess. All right, so technically it's lunch. However, I'm not like that hungry, and we have some extra carrot ribbon salad, and I feel like that sounds really delicious. I found this recipe on Instagram, I think. It's literally just carrots, sesame oil, rice vinegar, gochugaru, and which is like the Korean red pepper flakes, sesame seeds, green onions. What else is in there? Soy sauce, and I think I put a little bit of fish sauce in there. There's something else in there. I can't. Oh, garlic. Duh. That's like the main thing I put in there. But yeah, I kind of just measure to my heart's content. And I really like making this one. It tastes really good. So just gonna have a little snack before I take a look at what I have due for class. Okay, so after eating that carrot ribbon salad, it like got my digestive system going, and I was like, oh wait, I'm actually kind of hungry. So we had some leftovers that were like pasta with, what do you call it? We got these meatballs from Costco that were like jalapeno and cranberry. They're pretty good. They kind of remind us of breakfast sausage. So just eating that. It is, what do you call it? I just need the food. I need the carbs for my brain function. It's the tricolor rotini pasta. I just did a basic garlic butter over it with the meatballs. I think it was one of those days where it was like I was gonna make something else, but it's like too involved and it was too late. So, well, and by the too involved, I mean like the roast, which apparently for best taste and flavor requires low and slow. So I put it on at 11 today so that way we can eat it later, like maybe when I get out of the gym. So that way, that's what I was gonna make last time, but instead I was like, you know, it's too involved. I just made pasta. So yeah, that's what I'm eating for lunch. And I got my Sprite Chill. It's the zero sugar cherry lime. Yeah, that's it. I really like how it tastes. It tastes pretty good. But yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna just eat, and I don't like being watched while I eat, so like I'm not gonna show that. Okay, bye. All right, so it is 3:17. I actually just finished my school discussion. I have a final that's due by Sunday, so I need to find some time this week to go ahead and do that. I do think it's pretty lengthy. It's 7 pages, so I definitely need like time. It's open book and open notes, so that's pretty helpful, but like still need time to find all the proper information. It looks pretty doable, but I don't want to get too full of myself, because usually when I get really confident for some reason is when I tend to not do hot. But I'm really happy I got my grade is an 85 right now, so yeah, I'm really excited to kind of just be done with this quarter and take a break, and mostly to work on my book this month. I really want to try to get to at least chapter 30 and some edits. I'm doing some rewrites, some adding stuff in there too. So I'm really excited, mostly just to get to this last stretch of schoolwork, if I'm being honest. But I think we probably all feel like that, and if you're in school, you probably feel like that. Yeah, so that's basically it. I got a couple of hours until the gym, so not gonna be doing much, but I guess you'll just see what I do next. Okay, bye. Hi everybody, so this is how I look post kickboxing. I would have taken a picture right after, but I was kind of really hungry. My husband got us food. I did make a roast. It does smell good. It looks very dark though, so I'm very nervous. Oh no,
Wow, I fell apart really well. I'm gonna try it before I eat the other stuff my husband got us. It's a solid roast. We don't really eat roast, so I guess maybe that's why I'm not like, nom, 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 nom. It's delicious, you know? I put a little bit of sage with it, you know, the vibes, but yeah, it's fine. So because today was a little bit of a hard day, my husband got us some seafood. So I'm very excited to eat. And I got a fish burrito. And we also got Brussels sprouts with, what does it usually have? Parmesan cheese. That's my favorite. And red onions, and it has broccoli in it too. So let's eat. Hi everyone. I wouldn't necessarily call this editing brand, but I'm going to wrap up the vlog here. We had a really good dinner. The burritos that we usually get are kind of big, so we just saved half for tomorrow, and we ate all of the Brussels sprouts and broccoli with Parmesan because it is very delicious. They do skimp on the Parmesan now. Tough times hitting everywhere, even the restaurants. But anyway, I had a really good day today. Pretty chill, as you can see. Mostly cleaning, chatting with you guys, the gym, just doing some schoolwork, and pretty overall uneventful, and I'm grateful for that. Yeah, I hope you guys were, like, I don't want to say I hope you guys were okay with what I was talking about earlier in the video, but I don't hope that it resonates with many of you, because like I don't wish that on anyone, but I hope that my words can give some sort of comfort to any of you who are feeling grief during this holiday season. Sorry, my baby's starting to get ready for bed, so it's pretty late for him, so he's a little delusional. It's 9:42. He's usually in bed by like 8 or 8:30. So he's definitely a little delulu. Anyway, thank you guys for letting me be vulnerable on this platform, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.